patient, saying, don't put us out to pasture just yet.
And I love it, being kind of an old school guy myself. People obsessed with shiny new items forget how important experience is in winning games. I mean, look at the championship winners. Very few young teams are in that group. I imagine you could probably count them on one hand.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Adams is out there with Smith. Then there's the general. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Green in at the 2. And no real surprise to see that MP will be on the Rising Stars roster. It would be a travesty, I think, Greg, if he was left off it.
And you look at the rest of the players in that game. MP is just one of many incredible young talents to be showcased.
And one of Green's best assets, his leaping ability. He's a natural athlete, very explosive.
Passes it to Anunoby. Back to Bayless. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Toronto shooting their first foul shot of the game.
At the line for Toronto. One shot.
That's good from Bayless.
Boy, this hurts to have to bring up, but I was there for the Rockets title winning days back in '94 when I was with the Knicks. I saw Houston in the finals firsthand. Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
And the whistle. Toronto's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Back-to-back titles for the Rockets in the mid-90s. You were just talking about that. Greg, what sticks out to you about those teams?
First and foremost, the dream. Hakeem Olajuwon, he doesn't get his due at times, but the dream is one of the all-time greats. Olajuwon's defense really changed games.
Achua is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's Scotty Barnes. And it's Bayless in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the general in his last time out against the Trailblazers really lit up the floor. He added 37 points, but it was his season high in rebounds that really stood out. He played outstanding, didn't force anything, and allowed him to take over on offense. Kevin, we'll see what he has in store tonight.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Now here's Bayless after the miss from the general. 5 on the clock. Here's Barnes. Rebounded by Pickett. Rockets trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Nice to see such unselfish play from Green, putting the team ahead of himself.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
To the middle, Barnes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jalen Green. Toronto shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
At the line for your Raptors. At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Bayless. Rockets trail by 4. Here's the general. He had 37 points last game out. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Mark of guys playing today, who would you put your money on to be a successful NBA coach?
You know, Kevin, the smart money is on point guards, but I think any player that's been a student of the game can be a successful coach, but point guards most likely is my answer. Chris Paul, maybe even a guy like Jalen Brunson in the future.
And he can't get the first one.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Martin. Van Vliet kicks to Achua. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 4 assists in the game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Anunoby, he's checked in for the Raptors. And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load, increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Here's Irving after the Raptors pick up 2. Here's the general. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Şengün's checked in for Houston.
Here in the second, at least from the line, they're perfect. Hopefully that gets them going in other areas as well.
Back to Van Vliet. The pass to Anunoby. No good from outside.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jalen Green is on a mission. He says, every time I step on the floor, I always have something to prove to who's ever in those stands. A lot of people will hate on me or have their opinions. I'm just going to think about that when I step on the floor. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Kevin?
That's a great chip to keep on his shoulder. David, thanks. Irving passes to Green.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's the general, covered by Barnes. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from the general. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
And with that lightning first step of Jalen Green, very few defenders have a chance of keeping him in front.
And Greg, one thing about that blinding speed of Green, he's got to make his read faster as well.
I think the game is slowing down for him, though, Kevin. And that and speeding up his shot release will make him even tougher to deal with.
He's off on the first.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite, and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
Tate, he's checked in for the Rockets. Quickly comes in for Irving. Now, here's Anunoby. A 17-point game for him in the win against Miami.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Rockets trail by 4. Took him no time at all on that one. The Generals got 11 points.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Curry kicks to Anunoby. And again, no good by Toronto.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Ananobi. A shot. And that one hits back iron.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Siakam. They can't stop the run with that one.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The General can't get it to go. And Curry has it in the corner. That three off the mark. Here's the break. Here's quickly. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
40.
Got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, guys, the General getting it done today.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Kyrie Irving. He's out there with Jalen Green. The General is out there with Steven Adams. And it's Pickett in at the power forward.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's the General. He's guarded by Anunoby. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. You're much better off making him go to the line.
Now, here's Siakam. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Raptors have shot 4 of 7 as a team from the line tonight. Several misses early. First free throw is good.
At the line for your Raptors. At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Bayless. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Green. Pass to the General. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 14 points for the General.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Van Vliet passes to Bayless. Here's Anunoby. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Anunoby after the made shot from the General. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Van Vliet passes to Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Over to the wing. Siakam. No good on that one. And it's Houston the other way. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot. You can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
And Van Vliet has the stroke to shoot from anywhere, even mid-range, when he has to.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And he has not been on his game here. He's forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
And the Raptors making a change here. Achua's checked in. Şengün's checked in for Houston. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Green. Stolen by Van Vliet. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 5-point Toronto lead.
And Van Vliet's got quick hands and even more hustle. That's the combination you need for a one-man fast break.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one.
Second team foul.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's the general. He's guarded by Anunoby. Here's the general. Anunoby sends it back. And he recovers it.
OG Anunoby.
For Houston, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. That one is off. Brissett is checked in for OG Anunoby. And a switch here also for Houston. Tate's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Here's Van Vliet. He has 6. Inside and stolen by Şengün. Here's the general, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Nobody near Barnes. The Rockets pull it in.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Passes to Şengün. Here's the general, covered by Barnes. That ties the game. The general's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
The pass to Barnes. And again, no good by Toronto.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
So they take the lead. The Generals got the lead up to 2 now for the Rockets.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
You know, for a guy who went undrafted, Jason Tate made a name for himself really fast. Took him 2 years to break in the league, and there's no looking back now. He's really established himself as a quality player in the NBA. He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
And love hearing about guys like Tate. They don't give up on their dream no matter how the draft goes.
Yeah, that's always inspiring to see. And uplifting. I mean, I know Jay Sean. Tell you what, his energy, his defense, his scoring punch now, which he's refined, qualities every team would want to have.
The free throw off from Barnes. Rockets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Tate the pass to the General. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. And now it's up to 25 points for the General. Outside Westbrook. Barnes outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
And the Raptors making a change here. Bayless is checked in.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity, gone awry.
The kick out to Westbrook. The Rockets pull it in. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Green, and it's Green slapping it down.
One of Green's primary attributes, speed. And when he combines that speed with staying under control, that's a problem.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Bayless. He's got 9. Right side Westbrook. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. On the wing quickly. Bayless covering. On the wing quickly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. with 4 seconds on the clock.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
58.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Achua is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then it's Fred VanVleet. And it's Bayless in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. On the wing, Anunoby. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist. Anunoby's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Raptors. VanVleet against Irving. Shoots over VanVleet. And the shot is long.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
To the wing on the left. With some arc. The shot's good from Bayless. And the Raptors lead by 1. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Here's Anunoby, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Boy, was that some by-the-book basketball or what? Blocks the shot, gets out in transition, and then finishes strong. From one end to the other, perfect.
Timeout called the Rockets.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Big hearts. One more time, Theo. Let's hear it for your Raptors.
Rockets trail by 3. And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Back to VanVleet. Pass to Bayless. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Siakam. The second chance effort. And it's good on the way in.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Rockets trail by 3. Down low. Here's the general. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
VanVleet kicks to Bayless. Now here's VanVleet. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Poked away. And stolen by Achua. Pass to Anunoby. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
You know something else, guys? You know, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success in the fast break game. Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Pass to Bayless. Back to VanVleet. Let's go. And they recover it. Achua, the pass to Anunoby. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Raptors lead by 3.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You need to be a super fan, and that means bringing all the noise you've got.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, the General.
You know, from the jump, he was on a mission. You could see it. It was clear. Going after hoops, no matter what the defense tried, they had a tough time stopping him. I think he could have predicted early on we'd be talking about him right here and right now. That's how good he's been.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul. First team foul.
That free throw good from the General.
Number 7. Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from the General.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Now the pass to Bayless. Goes back up. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Number 7. 5th personal foul.
The free throw off from Barnes. He gets trailed by 3. It's tipped and stolen by Barnes. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Van Vliet wide open. It's rebounded by Quickly. Rockets have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. Green passes to the General. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Rockets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so Anunoby will bring it up for Toronto. They lead by 1.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Outside Irving. Pass to the General. Adams trying to free himself up. The General. Good. The General's got 12 points now in the quarter. To the paint. And that one is hammered home.
And great find by Van Vliet. He's in control of this offense and generally makes good decisions.
Here's the General, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, you can play over the top. I think you've got a big advantage.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
He kicks it to Green. Pass to the General to take the lead. It falls.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And the Raptors call time here. They're behind by 1. 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
They do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try.
And the Rockets making a change here. Pickett's checked in. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
Thank you, David. And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 1. 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Van Vliet looking around. Barnes kicks to Van Vliet. Barnes down low.
Yes! And they do have a foul to give.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 1. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make a difference in a game.
The general can't cash in from close range. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Clark Kent.